Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast, season 3, finally.
Yep, we're back by popular demand.
Actually, I did have a few people ask about our podcast.
I didn't.
The few people that only the few people that watched asked, but that was enough.
Oh, actually, you know who asked me? The people that were getting paid to record it. They were asking if we're going to do it again.
Alejandro, look.
have
to shout him out so that he can watch it.
Okay. Shout out to Chunky Monkey.
All right. So what's been up? What have you? When is the last time they actually recorded?
It wasn't this year, was it?
No, we stopped recording last year.
I actually don't remember when.
We definitely recorded during COVID because we had a couple of COVID episodes.
Like we were sick? What do you mean?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we talked about crazy clients.
Yes.
That was last year.
What
we talked
were we wearing?
about.
That's a good way to figure out. Do you remember what you wore to the last one?
You probably are wearing the same real estate goose shirt. That's the only two shirts that you own.
First it was a sweater. That's why I can't do this with you.
What?
It's always fun. It was a long time ago.
We talked about funny stories.
Yes.
Awkward stories.
Yes, that was you.
Oh, and you know what else we did? We did the guests. We had Sarah on and we had Steven and Josue.
When they made the introduction.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
So that was the recap.
So actually, you know when that was? That was in November. So actually, it's been a full year.
Well, no, we're still in October.
We're still in October. So yeah, I mean, it's been close to a full year that we have not recorded. That kind of sucks. So there's a lot that has happened, I'm sure. What's been going on in your life?
It's a loaded question, though, because I feel like nothing has really happened that's new.
Yeah, me neither.
So that's it for today. Thank you. Honestly, though, like I don't know, like how.
Maybe not work-wise. Maybe we'll get into work another time. Or okay. I mean, if there has been some exciting stuff going on with your work, but personally, what's been going on in the last year?
Well, we got the house.
There's the house.
The house.
I don't think anyone knew about that, so we might need to dive in deeper at some point about that. But there's the house.
Two-family house that took the whole year to fix.
Is that and a little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah.
It came out beautiful though. So shout out to everybody that worked on it. What else?
You actually got your hair. You changed your hair, which it looks like. Are you going back? Okay, actually,
that's what I'm saying. It's been so long that I changed the hair, and now it's just back to where it was before. Kind of.
Yeah. So now you're just the same person you were last year.
Yeah, I know. Bummer.
It's a shame.
I was cool for a little while. You just didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
But no, that's it, man.
Boy. You're right. I'm gonna stop picking on you.
Bye. Wait, is that Backstreet Boy or NSYNC?
Close enough.
I don't know.
So what else? You moved like 8 times.
8 times.
That lasted like 5 seconds. I pick on you.
That's true. I did move like 8 times. While we were fixing up the house, I was moved. It was supposed to be just a few months, so I moved 3 times. Right, 3.
Well, you moved to the
New Haven twice, and then West Haven once. So yeah, 3 times, and not to.
Well, now it's a total of 4. To Wallingford is 4 times.
It's been. That's why we didn't get to.
In a matter of like 6 months.
Yes. But other than that, man,
give you a lot of credit.
Other than that, everything else has been the same. Just working, and that's it. And moving.
And so, what's new with work? Anything exciting with work?
No, not exciting. Nothing exciting. Just same old. Same old.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Wait, why? You know something?
No. I mean, you haven't been busy? It's been one of the busiest years in real estate, no?
For everybody else. For me, it was last year.
That's true. Yeah.
So the thing about this year is like it's been busier in terms of the amount of hours that we put into it. It's been more difficult. So that same amount of hours that we're putting into it, it's still equated to
Equates? It equates
to the same amount of work that we did in 2020. So I guess in that sense, it's been busier in terms of like busy work, but in terms of like production, it's been very similar, which is kind of interesting.
True.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying. Well, we've also had more help now this year in that we have brought on some new agents. So they've been working on some of the transactions that have been coming in, some of the leads that have been coming in. We've onboarded to new CRMs, new software, and so we've got that going on. I think that we can dive in a little deeper into some of the specifics on that on another episode that will be focusing more on kind of like market trends and really what's been new. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the year flew by because we were kind of hoping to start the podcast up again in the spring of this year. And I mean, the year got away from us. That was actually when you moved into New Haven. And
right.
we're already at the end of the year. So now we got to start thinking about holiday party. We weren't able to have one last year.
Can't believe we're having this conversation again. I just feel like we just had it recently, just to your point.
And actually, that conversation was 2 years ago.
Wow. It's crazy.
Am I depressing you?
A little bit. I'm so sad now.
No, yeah. So, I mean, we'll have that to look forward to because we had a lot of fun at the first one and we weren't able to have an event last year. So yeah,
And we do have more people in the office now as well. So I think a holiday party would actually be very, it would be a lot different than the first one we had in a good way. So
I think so too.
Really exciting.
And I mean, given that it's a client party, we have more clients since the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So we have more people to invite. So that just means it'll be more expensive. But that's all right. Anything for a party, right?
And that's why we're only recording one episode this year. We had to save the budget.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, yeah, I think maybe moving forward, we can talk a little bit more specifically. We'll break it down. We were talking before we actually started recording. We were talking about maybe condensing these a little bit more and having them be a little bit shorter, a little bit more concise and just short topics. So I kind of want to just touch base on what we've been doing the last year. Clearly not much. So we live very boring lives.
I don't think it's that it's not much. I think it's just a lot of the same stuff. So it kind of doesn't make sense to like bring it up because it's the same like day-to-day stuff that we've been doing for 5, 6, 7 years.
Actually, you know what I've been meaning to ask you, and this is kind of putting you on the spot, but it's not anything bad.
Okay.
You went actually shortly after we ended the season last year, you started doing your gym challenge.
Oh, sure.
How's that been going?
Oh, it was going great. Thanks for not putting me on the spot. I appreciate it.
No, well, I mean, you made it to like what, 80 or 90, maybe even more?
No,
and you were trying to go for 150?
Did I not make it to 100?
Oh, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I'll have to double check. So I did get knee surgery like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
So yeah, that's
that.
Also something that you could talk about. How's your knee?
It's still there. I'm standing up, right?
That's good.
It's all right. Actually, it did help a lot. But after my knee surgery, I kind of just. Am I boring you? After my knee surgery, I never went back. It's so difficult to pick up when you're like, because I was going like once a day.
Oh, wait a minute. After your knee surgery, you didn't go back to the gym?
No, I haven't been. Have you not looked at me? I haven't been back in like a month. Wow, what an asshole, man. I haven't been back in like a month.
Oh. Well, that sucks. I mean, there's still time. You got 2 months left.
Yeah, that's 60 days.
And you said you made it to 100, so...
Unless I'm lying, I have to double check that. I may have made it to like high 90s, but at the same time, you don't go every day, you know? So, I mean, even if I don't make it to 150 and I reach 130, it's still really good. It's still 30 more than I would have done if I just quit right now. So I actually am going today at 7.
Oh, you just decided.
Yep.
Just now.
Yeah.
That's good. Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you started playing soccer again?
Correct. Yeah. So I started off a little bit playing too much to the point that it did bother me. I was playing 3 or 4 times a week, 2 weeks after my surgery. So now I narrowed it down to once a week.
And actually, what was wrong with your knee?
I had a torn meniscus.
And I feel like that was going on for a while, and everyone kept saying, "Hey, you have a torn meniscus," and you're like, "No, it's fine. It's just sore."
Correct. Over a year. Yeah, I was playing like that. At first, it was just sore after a game, and it would be better the next day. And then after 6, 7 months, it just all of a sudden it took 3 to 4 days to actually get better. And then it got to the point where it would just bother me all week. So that's when I decided to seek medical help.
Well, I'm glad that you did,
and I also got my knee looked at.
I'm glad that you're doing relatively well.
Yeah, no, still below average, but I appreciate it. How about you?
So you haven't been to the new gym? Actually, now this is all coming back to me.
A couple times.
So you've seen how their setup has been and how they do it.
It wasn't completely set up, but at the time, but now it is. So today I'll see it fully set up.
Cool.
Which I have to leave in like 2 minutes, by the way.
Yeah. What time is the class?
No, I'm just kidding. It's 7.
Oh, okay. All right.
How about you?
No, absolutely nothing, actually.
I didn't ask.
I was hoping you wouldn't because I don't have anything new, actually. I
felt the same way
recently
until
went to Nashville, which was just like a couple weeks ago, and that was the first trip, even like remotely, that I took. So it was a good change of pace. I was only there for 3 days, but
I feel like that city suits you.
I liked it a lot, actually. I had a lot of fun. It's very fun. It's very energetic, vibrant, and everyone's so nice.
So never
Super
mind. That
nice.
city does not suit you at all. Then
I was actually talking to a couple of people down there when I kept saying to them, everyone is so nice down here. And I kept saying to myself, you know what? Maybe we're just assholes back home. And this is just...
isn't that a thing about the Northeast? Isn't that like...
Yeah, I don't know if it's that the Northeast are assholes or the South is just very nice. Maybe a little bit of both, but...
I think so.
Yeah. No, I had a good time. So maybe that's something that I need to be focusing on more in the next few months, taking some time off, even if it's just a few days to go somewhere. Because, yeah, I mean, before COVID, I hadn't gone anywhere. So
Yeah.
it's been a while.
So, I mean, so that's like the last year, 2021. Now going forward, it's just what? Like just business planning for next year and just taking a little bit of time off and holidays?
So taking time off, yeah, that's
Just
what I'm
a
going to
little
focus
bit,
on in 2022.
No. Like going for, like until the end of the year, I mean. Like
Oh,
and
well,
then the
yeah.
year.
Yeah, business planning for sure. And then there's a lot of holiday stuff that we like to do and hopefully incorporate
you like
it
to
into
do
like the
Christmas?
client. No, I mean, we as an office, like we try to do like holiday events for the office and for the team and obviously the client parties. So that's stuff that we might be focusing on over the next couple of months, in addition to the 2022 business planning. Probably maybe in the episode where we focus more about what's new with work. One of the things that I've done in the last few months is transition my, it's the air in here. It's a very bad air. Transition my attention more towards property.
Now that ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit.
That was a long one. That
Now
was
I'm going
too
to have to
long.
put the explicit rating on the podcast.
Not suitable for children.
What was I even talking about? I transitioned to property management more. So I'm kind of, I was, one of the things that I thought about when we first started was building up the brokerage side of the business to try to feed our property management. Whereas now I want to explore focusing on property management to have that feed the brokerage. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening in property management that's made me realize that we need to restructure it a lot in terms of the type of clients that we want to go after, in terms of, you know, the portfolios that we want to manage that can be more streamlined and that could actually supplement the brokerage side much more efficiently. So that's something that I'd like to try to work on. I've been doing it more or less for the last couple of months, but maybe focus more attention on it into 2022. So that could be something that we talk about as well.
Yeah,
But,
I think people will be interested to realize that it's two different businesses and how they're actually different, how they can actually just build off of each other.
Well, that's the thing, because they're two different operations, but they're under one.
Hey, don't go
company.
too much into detail.
I
We
won't.
need content.
You're right, but I'll give a little preview.
This one's done. Ooh, you heard
They're
it here
two
first.
separate operations under one company, and the reason why I wanted them under one company as opposed to two different entities was because I wanted them to work together. I thought that there could be a good synergy between the two, and that hasn't happened. And so
I hate that word
And
so
so
much.
I remember I married the two.
That's fine. Synergy.
And that hasn't happened, and so that's why I'm working towards like restructuring it so that they actually feed one another and they work hand in hand, as opposed to just being two independent operations where one side doesn't know what the other side is doing. It's kind of a disconnect there that I think there's a gap that we can bridge there.
Okay.
My stomach's rumbling again.
Yeah. We should probably just end it right there.
Now we have
With
these
the
good
cliff.
microphones. They're going to pick up my stomach rumbling.
I've been trying not to fart from the beginning. So let's just end it right there with the cliffhanger. I need to fart.
All right,
I think it's been long enough, right?
we could end it right here.
That's what she said.
Did it apply? I thought it did. All right. We'll end it and we'll pick up
In 5 minutes.
in another week or so. So, all right. Thanks, guys, for checking in with us again. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.